Hi, my Footy Talk fans. Welcome to another podcast. Today I want to talk to you about Arsenal. I'm very excited for the club at this particular time because we are definitely gonna win the Premier League this season. There's no doubt in my mind. It takes a bit of luck is a part of it, but I do not want to discredit the belief, the atmosphere, the energy that surrounds the club, and of course the work that Arteta, the management staff, everyone at the club is doing at this moment. I believe that sometimes when you put yourself out there and you take on a very positive mindset, take on a spirit of winning. The atmosphere, the universe prepares for you and caters to you, and this is what is happening. It's almost a fairy tale run. It's really beyond what we expected. I don't believe any Arsenal fan at this moment has a right to criticize the club, no matter what happens. I do believe we will win. I'm convinced that we will win. I believe that the journey is not just now. I believe when we do win this year's league, we should somewhat dissect, whole strain on that victory. Do not get carried away because there's still a lot of work to be done. But for this introductory podcast, what I want to talk about really is what I see brewing in the club. I know we had a good setup coming into January, coming into the second half of the season. We were exceptional for the first half of the season. But when Arteta made those purchases, the addition of Trossard and other players that he introduced to the club, I figured that it would have some amount of effect that is negative on the club. And I'm worried in particular about the Trossard Martinelli setup. In the last match we played, Arteta did a bold move, and I can't say he was wrong and I can't say he was right. I know it was more tactical than anything else because Martinelli has been doing well. Yes, he hasn't been scoring, but look at Jesus, for example. He wasn't scoring before his injury, but you could not sideline that player because he wasn't scoring, because of the energy he brings to the team. If I were Arteta, I would have made that change. Definitely, I would have chosen Trossard because of his experience, his maturity, because of what he brings tactically to the game and what we want to achieve at this moment. And Martinelli, who has a long future ahead of him, who is definitely someone that the club respects, and we do not want to disrespect him in any shape or form, but we want to say that we believe that Trossard, who has a shorter life expectancy in football terms, is pretty much at his climax, at his peak, and what he brings to the club right now is a different energy that we need. But the problem we have is that if we are to say to a young, impressionable Martinelli, we're going to put you on the bench, that's going to have some psychological effect on him, and I'm concerned about that going forward. And so it comes down to man management in my mind, how Arteta gets this message across that tactically we want to do some changes and this is how we're going about doing it. We're not saying that you're not a good player. We're not saying that we don't favor you to be a club representative who gets minutes, but at the moment, where the club is at and what we want to achieve for the next set of games ahead of us, this is a tactic that we want to employ. How do you get that across to Martinelli without it having any psychological effect on him that's negative? That's a challenge Arteta has to face, has to deal with, and I'm sure the management staff is on top of this, but I like to highlight it because it concerns me. It also concerns me because after Martinelli's goal, that runaway goal that he had assisted by there's a bromance going on with him and Fabio, that's obvious. But after that goal, I noticed he shunned the players who were within his space, and were obviously in a celebratory mode. He shunned them and waited for Fabio, and he embraced Fabio. And after embracing Fabio, he pretty much made himself available to the rest of the team. That for me, it's good that you have those bromance going on, but I see a bit of trouble brewing when you consider that, because hey, it's a team effort. It's not two persons, it's not three persons, it's the entire team, and you know, we should be a united front. And I see, you know, some little things happening that may cause, you know, rift, so to speak, going forward. But hey, Arsenal will definitely win this year league. Yes, courtesy of City. As I say, everything is in favor of Arsenal. It's working. I predict City will have more downtime. Arsenal will have some more hiccups going forward. But it's going to be crucial to, you know, maintain that spirit, maintain that focus, maintain that energy level. I think we dominated play in the first half of the season because of belief. We definitely believed that the team was capable, could do well. We had the support from the fans, and it's working. Everything is working in Arsenal's favor, and we love it. And guess what? We are on top of the league, and that's where we'll stay. Arsenal AFC Footy Talk. I'm your boy, Lloyd, signing out.